Welcome back. Random TV Reviews, your girl Lynette.
Your boy Stan Live.
Disclaimer, we are freaking tired as heck, but we're going to get through it. I am Wolf.
I am Wolf.
So we got that guy doing Mitch. Mitch is confirming to Candace, look, I did set your boy up. I got some connects in my family. We got together, put some drugs in his stuff. He gonna be in there for a long goddamn time. You safe, baby, you safe. She was like, what you fail to understand is war's reach does not stop because he's behind bars.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, he really gonna get at me now because he think that I did this. But did y'all peep that Erica was like
eavesdropping, getting a hold of that tea?
I was like, okay, Erica, I don't trust you right now. But did y'all peep that Erica eye all busted up?
Mm-hmm. Tore all up right there.
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. So then we finally get the real spill is that Candace and Mitch done dated before.
Yeah, when they were real young. He ain't let go.
She ain't never meet that family either. So I said, is it one of those things?
Real strange.
But Mitch was like, look, me and my family, we can protect you. She was like, your family ain't like that. Y'all good. He was like, no, they like that. Yeah. Candace think that his dad was just a little drug dealer, but I'm starting to think that they was a little bit high ranking than what she know.
Like they may have been a little bit of cartel.
Yeah. So that at this point we see, Oscar Mayer Wiener, he pull up in an Uber, which totally confused the heck out of me because
me too.
If they've been tracking his vehicle and it led them to campaign headquarters, how is it that he just getting there?
Because I thought maybe the car that was in front of the campaign headquarters, that maybe it was in that car, but we only know what car he was driving.
And then he goes inside campaign headquarters, but ain't nobody there. Yeah. So, but you got a key, you got a code. I mean, the doors just stay open. It's the Motel 6. They left the light on for you. I mean, what is happening around here, Tyler? I need you to get that together because, like Jedi say, what he say? It lacks believability. It lacks believability. I was like, okay. So then we end up over at the FEMA jail, and David goes to see old Jim because Jim told him last week, look, you need to go and tell me see my son, come back and tell me that this is a lie. Tell me it's all a dream, basically.
Exactly.
So David goes in there, and he just grinning. He didn't even realize the war was right there beside Jim.
He walked right on by him. He said, Jim, gonna let you know Wyatt is doing okay. He's alive. He just was unconscious for 32 hours. And Jim gets on my nerve with this. So, David, what are you trying to tell me? He said it straight and told you that your son is just fine.
Basically, he was like, look, they ain't calling nobody. The people's made a bad call. Jim said, I'm going to sue the drawers off
all of them, and you need to.
And I'm with you on that one, Jim. I ain't never been with you before, but I am now. Hannah the slave, she on slave duty. She waiting to give instructions back to Massa because Massa decided that she don't want to come down there to the hospital to check on her own seat.
Need to bring her tampons down there. You bad. You big and bad.
She big and bad, and she's sitting in that daggone bed with her hair freshly colored, got eyelashes on, lipstick, foundation, the whole nine. So with the glam squad came over to your bedside Baptist and went over there and fixed you up.
Yeah, it's Maybelline. Commercial. It's Maybelline.
So they said. So she reports back to her and said, "Dad, he's doing about the same, but he's doing good, and they're gonna reduce his meds. What meds?
What meds? He ain't on the IC, whatever it is, IV.
The what?
Got me all messed up. I'm tired. He ain't on the IV. He ain't got no morphine hooked up to him like you was when you was in the hospital. So." I ain't seen nobody bringing no Tylenol, them little ketchup things. So I don't know what's going on. Somebody help me, please. Help me.
So Catherine tells Hannah, look, put the phone up to his ear. So she pretty much is in Wyatt's ear telling him that I love you. I'm not mad. I just need you to get well and come on back home to me. Baby, please. Baby, please. So Hannah gets back on the phone. She tells Hannah, look, You a special breed. Ain't nobody out here like you. Yeah. I'm going to need you to swing on through the house tomorrow. Because, what the hell was that?
Got bugs flying around here.
That's a mosquito.
Oh. Roll camera.
So, sorry. Mosquito don't want us to be great. She said, I need you to swing on through the house tomorrow. I got something to tell you. Hannah was like, I was planning on having no Sabbath tomorrow.
Yeah, getting some rest. I'm tired. Y'all running me half death.
She said, no, I need to talk to you. I said, Hannah, go on over there because it sounds like she about to put you in the wheel.
Did so.
Why we always do that, though?
That's the first thing we think about. We think about we going to get some money. Everything they have, we going to get some money.
So Hannah said, well, I'm going to come on through there tomorrow and da-da-da. So she goes to leave. She runs into old Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets to apologizing just like, you know how we used to do back in the day when we used to cut a fool?
You know when you really effed up?
And you run into the people that you didn't want to see.
Yes. It's like, no disrespect, dog. Like, nah.
I was messed up last night.
Yeah, I lost my cool.
That ain't how I am on a normal day. So
yeah, you know me, dog.
I'm so sorry, Hannah, that you had to see me stab my mama like that. And Hannah was like, Hannah played that thing off good because she was like, you know what, Jeffrey? You need to get you some help.
Yeah.
You need to get control of your anger. He said, you know what? I know all of that.
I went to school for that.
I was trained for this.
Yeah.
That's how I act when people try to tell me stuff that I'm trained for too. I be like, I know. Jeffrey said, but I am that nigga. They say I am. So Jeffrey said, he said, I know, I'm going to get it together. She said, baby, do you pray? He said, well, my family ain't never go to no church.
No church? He said, no, I ain't going to no church.
Talking about a relationship with the Lord.
Yeah, get your prayer life together. Stay prayed up.
Jeffrey said, but Hannah, you do know that I'm gay, right? Because Hannah was telling him, look, when you need somebody to talk to, you can talk to me. You can call me, whatever. I pray with you. I fast with you. I turn my plate down. I won't even eat sausages for the weekend. And Jeffrey said, but...
And put on sackcloth and ash.
Shut up. So Jeffrey said, look, you do know that I'm gay, right, Hannah? Hannah was like, and then...
And what this had to do with the price of eggs on Christmas?
Yeah, and I love this scene because she was like, look, listen, honey. You being gay has no bearings on how much God loves you and how much he will answer your prayer. And who am I to judge you for living your truth? Mm-hmm. Because I got some mess with me too, and basically that's what she said. She didn't say it, but that's what I said.
You said,
yeah, you know how people add on to the scripture when you
gotta embellish it to make it sound good.
Make it sound good. But Hannah said, listen, I got all of that, but at the end of the day, even though your mama's a Hellcat, she's still your mama.
Yeah.
Don't be going around stabbing people, but be careful. Because I heard she right here.
She up in here somewhere.
She in this hospital streets like
She's been up in here raising all kind of hell, so watch your back.
So that guy doing Jeffrey goes in there to see Wyatt, and of course he breaks down crying, confessing his love for Wyatt. He told Wyatt, don't leave me, baby, please don't leave me, leave me. And he goes to put his head on Wyatt's chest, and that guy doing Demonica is standing right at the guy doing door. I mean, she just popped in like Jedi say, Q Storm Cloud.
Boom!
And she was right there. I said, oh hell. This one said, if your head was any lower, you'd be committing a crime. I said, you wench. So Jeffrey pops up. She said, you stabbed me. He said, I'm sorry about all that. I won't in the right frame of mind.
My bad.
It ain't gonna happen again. But she was like, but you stabbed me. I'm your mama. But you know what? I've been having a rough time. I got this case that I'm getting ready to go through. I got to defend myself.
Against you?
Against you.
And that car,
I need a little relief. I need a little therapy.
And by the way, I'm going to win.
Yeah, she said, but come on over to the house tomorrow for this engagement party. But if you don't come, I'm going to send the cops on over there to Candace's house for a good old investigation for your tail. I said, you know what?
I said, there you go.
She was trying to get over there to old Wyatt. Jeffrey was like...
He was moving back and forth.
He said, oh, you protecting your friend, your boyfriend? He said, that is my friend.
Said, freaking Jeffrey was the National Guard up in that hospital room.
She said, you got that crazy look in your eyes.
He said, I'm glad you recognize it, too. And you scared because you got all these sharp objects in here? Smart choice.
Wow, Jeffrey, wow.
Woo. I can appreciate it, though. Stand up to her.
Indeed, he did.
Yes.
So she said, well, if you ever try anything else like you tried before, that A whooping that Quincy gave you ain't going to be nothing. I swear on my dead daddy. Compared to what?
The next person I'm going to send.
Who that?
Who you going to send?
Who that?
I don't know nobody.
I don't know. But we see David, he pull up to campaign headquarters. He's talking to Oscar Mayer Wiener. They getting a little briefing about this, that, the third. David asked him, do he got a clean gun? He gave him the clean gun. He was like, what you need that for? He said, oh, by the way, you want me to turn that dude's phone on? He was like, no, but basically, this is what I need the gun for, because I'm going to pay him a visit because he messing with my son.
Because he messing with Jeffrey.
He was like, so when you go over to these hoods and talking to these kind of people, you got to speak their language.
You got to speak their language, dog.
Guns.
Yeah.
Like DMX said, guns don't
kill people. People kill people.
I said, you know what?
That was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, too, basically, because I don't really remember nothing else.
Yeah.
So at the same time, we see Candace and Erica out there just peeping game. That goddamn Candace said, Erica, David's never seen you before, right? She said, She said, I know where we could get him at. Because now they figured out that David is the one who really got the money from her for Jim or whatever. And with Oscar, she said, go ahead and push up on old Deacon David.
Yeah.
Make him fall in love with you.
Yeah.
Give it to him
heart.
good.
And take all his money.
Take his money. His house.
And his car.
For a bit of you.
Yeah.
You can have it all.
You can have it all.
Baby.
But make sure you fix that eye first before you go to him.
He used to crazy. Never.
He gonna say, Erica, what happened to your eye?
Let me make it better. So now we know Erica's trying to go over there and she gonna push up on Deacon David and she trying to get the money because Candace said, look, his wife ain't treating him right and his son acting a fool, so he just vulnerable. He out there.
Yeah, he need a little bit of love in his life.
So while Hannah's at the hospital, she stumbles upon her little grandson. Now we forgot the little boy was at the hospital.
I forgot all about Q.
Really forgot about Q. Period. To be honest with you,
he was just out of sight, out of mind.
Well, he was like, Grandma, I need you to take me home and take me home right now.
I'm doing fine. I'm good, Grandma. Come on.
Let's go. Let's go home.
You know, he's Mom and Shamira.
Oh my God, our niece.
Yeah, Grandma.
Oh, me and the niece got into it a couple weeks ago. It would have been so funny if I had it on camera. Oh, we got into it.
Yep. They got into it over M&M's and milk. That's all I gotta say. M&M's and milk. Man, to tell y'all about it one day.
Mind you, our niece is only 3.5.
Yeah.
Oh, and she was ready for my tail. I was ready for her too.
I said, are y'all really arguing over M&M's and milk?
It was her fault.
Yeah.
It was her fault, and then she didn't want to own up to it. So we had to tell y'all a story one day on the other channel. So what else happened? Oh, Hannah wants to take the little boy home, and so the nurse was like, "You ain't his guardian." His mama got to come get him, and if she don't come get him by tomorrow, he going in foster care for real.
Back to foster care.
Not fake foster care like she been lying about. This gonna be the real.
This gonna be the real deal, Holyfield.
Well, you gonna have a caseworker, case number, and everything, and he gonna get on WIC and Medicaid.
Yeah.
So basically, y'all need to figure this out in 24 hours, or Lil Quincy gonna be with somebody strange.
Yep.
That's probably gonna take him in just for the piece of change.
Yeah.
Which is
real,
crazy.
for real.
And it happens all the time.
Yeah, people do that.
Yeah, so what else happened?
They warned Jim.
That's
the favorite part of the goddamn night. That is the encore scene of the night.
Ward and Jim are having this dialogue conversation. First, they ended up with them arguing back and forth about this, that, and the third. And goddamn, Jim was like, look, we in here together. We need to work together. And Warlock was like, oh, you been in jail before? Before this? He was like, yeah. I was locked up in a basement. and Warlock was acting like he didn't know the story.
He was like,
oh. He said, yeah, I was tied up. Some strange things was done to me. And then Warlock was like,
oh yeah. That's right. Yeah,
He was like, I told you I was a federal judge. You gonna mess around and you be put away for a long goddamn time over this stuff. Ward was like, she pretty much played us both. He said, yeah, she pretty much got you to take me down in the basement and you did all the work. And I told you to take care of this chick, but no. Then the B go there and store $7.4 million on me.
He said, what? 7.4? She lied again. She did. And you know he went to schizophrenic panic attack, or you name it. He went into it.
He went into all of his emotions at one time. And Jim was looking at him just like I look at people when they act a fool.
Are you done?
You finished? You done?
Yeah.
You done? I'm trained for this kind of stuff. So when people act a fool, I'm just like, okay. You done? So, we have this thing in counseling called scream therapy. So I'll be like, are you finished your scream therapy session? Because now we can get to work.
Yeah.
So he going crazy. And Jim said, oh, you didn't know it was $7.4 million. So what did you think? He said
400,000.
He said, you so stupid.
You stupid.
He said, well, then the brother told me it was $4 million. He said, so I got my $2 million out of her from the bank. He was like, yeah. He said, I went in and sent my dude in there to get the money too. But he said, that 7.4 had went all the way down to probably half. So he said, I did get what I could get out of her. He said, but where's the money that you got out of her from the mortgage? She said, well, how did you know that? He pretty much told him, said, look, I sit on the board and all that crazy stuff. And I'm surprised that she ain't really catch on to all this. But War said, well, she in panic mode. She in survival.
Desperate, so she won't thinking.
Yeah. So Jim was like, where the money at? He said, well, they took it when they locked me up in here. He said, we can work together on this. Get that money back. Get that money back.
Get that paper.
And he said, War said, but I have some insurance on you just to make sure that this deal is going to be legit for real, for real. He said, what insurance do you have on me? Because you said it was two things stopping me. And he was like,
what's that second thing?
He said, them pictures. All bondaged up.
Yeah, that bondage picture.
I said,
Said, gotcha.
So he was like, Candace had a copy of them pictures, but I do too. He was like, look, that goddamn mosquito won't let me be great. He said, look, you give me them pictures, we'll work this deal out. I'll get you up out of here when I get out of here. He was like, well, how you getting out here? He was like, I'm a judge.
Yeah, I got lawyers.
And God we trust. He said, if that God you trust can get me up out of here, we going to shake on it.
Yes, we going to shake on it.
So that goddamn War said, look, but if you get me out of here and you throw me to the wolves, oh, brother, it's going to be something for you. So Jim said, look, if you throw me to the wolves up in here, then I promise you I'll be back leading the pack.
Come back leading the pack. Say, God darn thug.
So, yeah, they planning on taking that money back. And he also told him, look, in 15 days, she ain't even going to have them houses that she got. Because the mortgage got a balloon payment on it. Yeah. And she don't even know. But I think Candace know. I think she read it. What you think?
I think she read it. But, what about them jokers sitting there eating the bologna sandwich? We forgot all about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sitting there. And War said,
You eat your
bologna.
You know what I thought about when he said it? Hey, you gonna eat your cheese paper?
Yeah.
And then I thought about Napoleon Dynamite too. Hey, you gonna eat your tots?
You eat your tots.
Grandma wants you gone because you keep
eating her stinks.
That's my movie right there. So at one point, Erica was like, look, we've been sitting out here trying to figure out what Oscar doing, where he's staying, whatever. We ain't really getting nowhere right now. And I got to get back to my man, my money, which is Grayson. Grayson is Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders.
Because he been frying chicken all night. He ready for her to come back home. Got the
secret recipe on Erica. Or did she got a secret recipe on him?
I don't know. It's both of them benefiting. So
yeah.
She got half the pack. He got the other half of the pack. So Candace said, look, I'll stay with this car right here. We'll go ahead and call you a cab, and you go back to Grayson because he's real aggressive and real jealous. And we just need you to get back to him, but you need to find you another man. You need to find somebody else.
Which is David.
But did any of y'all sense that maybe Grayson is the reason her eye looked like that? Because it was funny that they put aggression and jealousy in that sentence, and her eyes sitting over there looking like Martin when he was up in there.
Yeah.
With that eye was just sitting out there, Gina! I said, okay. So basically now they're going to try to figure out what the heck is going on with Oscar Mayer Wiener. I don't care. I'm over Oscar. I just want the money.
Yeah.
And I want him to get a good tail whooping.
Yeah.
And call it a day.
But the bad part about it is Oscar don't got the money.
He don't.
Nope. So you kind of chasing the wind, but.
So then, We're going to finish off with this.
The WWF match of the scene of the night.
The Red Bones. That doing David goes over. Where David get that car from, y'all?
I ain't never seen him driving that car.
David goes over to the tow yard to see Benny. He gets out the car. What'd he say?
You need to stop threatening my son.
No,
I was trying to give him business for the down tonight, but you pushed me there.
So he's like, look, I'm not messing with your son, and I'm not messing with your wife.
You that insecure about her? He said, you can have her. Said, Lord.
He said,
you just need to leave Jeffrey alone.
And I said, you got the game all twisted up, David.
Yeah, all like twisted.
So he was like, look, put my goddamn phones back on. I'm missing all my money and all of that. Put my phones on. David was like, no. And David went to walk away. And Benny goes to grab him like he gonna do something to him. But old head Deacon David was like, look, before I was a deacon, I was a thug.
Yeah. Gave him 2 lefts.
Bop, bop, bop. They get the fighting head button.
Yeah, rolling all around.
I said, we got all this growling and all this got no shoulder meat. just bop, bop, bop.
Then David he pulls out his gun and
they got the wrestling, like what he said, you want to tussle?
Yeah.
They got the tussling.
The tussling.
And that was basically it. And we're going to see next week that nothing happened.
Because Mitch broke it up.
Mitch broke it up and Benny's sitting over there. Because if he had shot David, he wouldn't be sitting in the tow yard. So
exactly.
Bad editing on your part, Tyler Perry. But it was a good goddamn episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Good episode.
Kept me awake a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm about to go to bed. We just want to thank you all for
subscribe. Huh?
Our subscriber count has been going up.
Yeah, it's going up. And that's thanks to y'all. We appreciate y'all supporting your girl and your bruh. So, So keep the conversations going down in the panel section, like Lady Nika said. We're going to talk to y'all. We're going to talk to y'all. We're going to continue to talk to you.
And if I don't talk to you, it's something like your account is not all the way set up where I can't respond to you. That's the only reason that I don't respond to people, because I try. But if your account is not set up, then check your settings. Make sure your stuff is set up right, because I respond to everybody.
Yes, indeed.
But I'm going to bed because I have this good old corporate America job with a 401k waiting for me tomorrow. So straight from the VA.
The dirty, dirty South. 2 up, 2 down. Holla.